This pear that I am using is from our pear tree that we harvested way back in September. Our tree was loaded of sun pear, or the old people says cooking pear. So we clean it, we put a little bit of sugar in it and cinnamon and nutmeg, and then we put it in a freezer. So for times like this, if I want to make cake, I have something to use. So on today's episode, BIMZ is making you a cake. Sit back and relax. I will show you step by step. I am making sun pear bread with walnut and raisin. So we need 3 cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar. I am using Splenda or sugar substitute. We need 6 eggs. We also need 2 sticks of butter, room temperature. We need a cup of walnut, a cup of raisin, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, a pinch of salt, a teaspoon of cinnamon, ground cinnamon, and a cup of sour cream. Our sun pear walnut cake. All right, first thing first, we will put butter. We will mix the butter. 2 sticks of butter. Just kind of scrape that little tiny butter, and then put in our mixer. We will cream. All right, first thing first, we will cream our butter and sugar. So and slowly add your sugar. All right, after you mix the butter and the sugar, you will add the egg. So try to add the egg one at a time. So, and just slowly mix it. There you go. 3 eggs. That's 4 eggs. 5 eggs. And 6. So we will let that mix together to become creamy or incorporate all the butter, sugar, and eggs. All right, that is fair enough, I think. Now that is our wet ingredients. We can also add, on the wet ingredients, we can add a tablespoon of almond. Smells good. All right. And, oops. And just kind of mix that slowly. There you are. So that's our wet ingredients. Now for our dry ingredients, we will put together 3 cups of flour, a pinch of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, and we'll kind of just mix that. Just mix this. There you are. Simple as that. We will add a little bit of cinnamon, our teaspoon of cinnamon. So you guys, this is my experiment recipe. First time I made the recipe using sand pear or cooking pear that we harvested from our own tree way back in September. So there you go. All right, after you mix your dry ingredients, we will add our egg, butter, and sugar mixture into our flour mixture. So all right, just kind of pour that in there. 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 And then we will mix it slowly. Smells good already. Now, after we do that, we will add our sand pear to this 2 cups of sand pear. Then we will add cups of raisin, a cup of walnut, and mix. You guys, this is gonna be a delicious cake. Now, on my cake mixture, I have been using the same recipe really. 3 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, and a pinch of salt. It's the basic on cake making. And then you can add your favorite flavor. But on this recipe, I am making homemade sun pear cake with raisin and walnut. Now, after we mix all this, see, looks yummy already. We will add, the last thing you will add is your sour cream. There you go, cup of sour cream. There. 1 cup of sour cream is the very last ingredients you will add into this recipe. And just slowly mix it. Just kind of fold it. There you are. We are ready to bake this. All right, we will bake this into a round baking pan that's 10 inches. So even though this is a non-stick pan, I like to spray very generous in this and put it on the pan. All right, I'm using a oil spray with flour already. See? Yeah. So you don't have to add flour on it. And then we will put our cake mixture over this on this pan, and we will bake it on 325 oven for an hour. Check. And if you needed some more time, you can always add 20 minutes or 30 minutes. It depends. You just have to be experimental. And there it is. Our sun pear cake with walnut and raisin. Smells good. Okay. All right, you just kind of level it. Here you are. We are ready to bake our sun pear cake with walnut and raisin. So here you go. Cake is in the oven. Timer is set and we will wait. All right, we have 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7. And the cake looks very fine. Oh my God, looks so pretty. So it's been an hour. That's what the beeping is for. I will check. So to check if your cake is done, just pull it a little and stick a toothpick in there. When it come out clean like this, that means it is done. Just poke around. Yep, it's done. So on this recipe, I only bake my cake for an hour. Here you go. Our sun pear walnut and raisin cake is done. We will let this cool down for about 15 minutes